That is the basic idea of Chabad, that it's not enough for me to do, I have to get my heart involved also. Question is, why? Why is it important? And it's important on many different levels. Level number one. On the first level, if I can't get myself emotionally invested, ultimately, the struggle is too difficult. In the addiction world, or let me rephrase that, in the recovery world, there's a term called white knuckling, which means it's like when you hold on to something very, very, hold on fast and very strongly till your knuckles turn white. So we're talking about a person who's addicted to whatever substance it may be, the drug of choice, and the person resolves they're not going to do it ever again. And every time the urge, the temptation comes up, they're going to just white knuckle it. They're not going to do it. And everyone knows the question is it going to last for 2 hours, a day, a week, a month, 5 months? That's already on the, that's an optimistic outlook. It doesn't last. There's a limit to how long you can white knuckle something. There's a limit to how long you can just go by sheer willpower alone. And the understanding is that for recovery to be able to be sustainable, something needs to happen inside. There needs to be a change on the inside, which automatically eases the process on the outside also. And we all know in life, we're all addicted. We're all addicts. That's the truth. If you think into what an addict is, what is an addict? Is someone who loses control over a certain area. His mind says, "Don't do this." And he understands he shouldn't do this, but he does it anyways. And so, in a small sense, it applies to us also. We're all those areas in our life which are unmanageable and uncontrollable. And white knuckling is nice, but it doesn't work for extended periods of time. It doesn't work. New Year's resolutions, there are the statistics out there on it, and I don't know the exact statistics, but how many of them last? Why don't they last? Because the theory of a New Year's resolution is that I'm the same person who I was last year, but my behavior is going to be different. But why should my behavior be different if I'm the same? Simple question. And that's why the odds of them actually being carried through for an extended period of time is very low. So what's the Eitzah? So what do we do about that? The answer is, if you want your New Year's resolution to last or anything of that sort, you can't be the same person. You have to become a different person. What does that mean to become a different person? That you should feel differently. The reason why yesterday I did that thing, even though I understood that I shouldn't be doing it, is because I had one feeling in my heart. Today, I'm going to have a different feeling. Today, my heart is going to be filled with love for Hashem instead of whatever other shtusim it was filled with yesterday. So, is it theoretically possible for me to white knuckle? Actually, interestingly, based on what we learned in Tanya, probably the answer is yes. Is very real, and therefore theoretically, if I could go 1 day without doing an Avera just by white knuckling, theoretically I could do 10 years also. But it's very difficult. In other words, it's not impossible. It's not impossible to just abstain from doing what's right. Theoretically, again, if something's possible to do for 1 day, then theoretically it has to be possible to do it for 10 years also, because 10 years is only 1 day times 3,650, right? But it's very difficult. The reason why you have to get your heart invested is because, practically speaking, if you want that your service of Hashem should be sustained, and if you want sustained and sustainable, and if you want to overcome your struggle not only for 1 day, 2 days, or 10 days, but if you want it to be something which is an ongoing thing, the way to do it is by getting the heart in also, and developing feelings for what you're doing. So